Welcome once again to another day, another beautiful week which is being conducted, and another specific day, and that is the Wellness Day, the Wednesday Wellness Day. Our effort at Redikall here has been to keep giving you a choice and a whole range of not only topics to be talked about, but also wellnesses that we can offer to each other, and at the same time learn from experts, understand from experts that the beauty of all the healings of whatever there may be in the world, Redikall can and does play a very major role in it. The simple affirmations that we have, combined with the techniques of all the holistic methods, can prove to be a real bonus as well as a real support for helping people towards their wellness in this whole effort that we are trying at Redikall. Today we bring to you Alka Khanna, a very dear friend and at the same time a wonderful person whose practice in Bach Flower Remedies has been a continuous help to all her clients, all her students, all her mentees, who understand what she's talking about when she explains to them about Redikall, and maybe in the healing offers an option of Bach Flower Remedies too. A simplistic way, a fragrant way to healing. So let's know a little bit about Alka first. Alka, who's a Redikall mentor, likes to be known as the touch therapist, with which she touches the lives of others, wherein she is a conduit who facilitates the process of awareness in others. Alka manages to do so with the help of skills she has imbibed as a practitioner of shamanism, Bach Flower Remedies, past life regression, NLP, acupressure, and numerology. She helps the seeker with her tarot and Lenormand card readings too. That's quite a bouquet, Alka, I must say. Alka's journey began as a psychological counselor, and the quest continues. So please welcome. I know all of you have a smile on your face. So welcome with a smile, Alka, on the platform. Welcome, Alka, and the platform is all yours.
Thank you so much, Aarti. Thank you so much. And it's really nice to be on this platform of Redikall, wherein I talk about Bach Flower Remedy. So, and it's really nice to see so many of us online with us today. So I would like to begin this session with breathing, wherein we kind of align ourselves and center ourselves. So we breathe in through our nose, keeping our focus on our solar plexus, and breathe out, keeping our focus on the third eye through our mouth by making a ha sound. So it would be really nice if you all can open your audios and we can do this together, and you can even come on video as well, if that is okay. So let's begin. We breathe in through our nose and breathe out through our mouth. Now let's invoke spirit of Bach Flower and that of Redikall consciousness. and masters to be with us in our circle today. When you're ready, you may open your eyes. Okay. First, a small word about the person who gave us such a precious gift of Bach Flower Remedies. He was Sir Edward Bach, and he gave it to us in the year 19. He kind of formulated and compiled all of it us and gave it to us in 1935, before he transitioned in the year 1936. He began his journey as a traditional allopathic doctor, physician. He was a bacteriologist. Then he thereupon became he started practicing homeopathy, came to known as the second Hahnemann. And in 1930, he shifted base to Mount Vernon with his assistant, Nora Weeks. His philosophy was very simple, as in he said that he believed in holistic healing, wherein we kind of heal with us, addresses the soul, mind, soul, and his simple philosophy was that this disease is entirely the conflict between our spiritual and physical mortal selves, and it is actually results due to the interferences. It is actually the reaction of interferences. These interferences, we invite them when we let others, ideas, or beliefs influence us. It is very interesting that because each of these Bach flower is made out of single wildflower and out of flower tree blossoms. So whenever he would come upon, he sampled with number and thousands of them. But his body used to show up symptoms and would only disappear. The symptoms will only disappear till he chanced upon the next remedy, which he would include in his batch. So consequently, he collected and compiled them as 38 Bach flowers, and 39 was a combination of 2-3 of Bach flowers, which he called it rescue remedy. It was combination of 5 of the Bach flowers. He categorized them as 7 personalities. We have 7 areas of conflict, which are fear, despondency, despair, then uncertainty, loneliness, overcare for the welfare of others, besides others. These are 7 areas of conflict till we come to his entire idea was we come to a balance, where we balance our emotions. We used to address the entire spectrum of emotions, and these 7, and like fear, when we talk about fear as one of the areas of conflict, it might come up as despair, which we treated with rock rose, or it would come up as fear of specific fears like that of water, swimming, which we treated with mimulus, and of unexplained fear, like, which, like, we are very superstitious about black cat crossing the path, and which we address it with Aatmn. And we could also do it with, or we have fear of losing our mind. Like, what if? We do that with cherry plum. So this is how it happened. Not only did it address the physical ailments, it also addresses certain discomfort which we might feel at the moment. Like, you might feeling lot of weakness, which we can address it immediately with olive. Or we feel very overwhelmed, like I have too much on the plate and you do not know what to do. So this can be rectified, and you can come to the state of balance of emotions with elm. And there are lot of interesting anecdotes that I've had and experiences I've had with Bach flower. So let me get into that because that makes it very much more interactive and interesting. So my journey began with Bach Flower when a lady kind of really persuaded me that you need to do this. That time I was having these rashes on the back. Now people practicing Redikall would know that was sabotaging myself. So practicing lot of it, I could not find any solution to it. So first day into the class, and the facilitator had asked us to give us, to pick up a certain remedy and take it. I had told her, no, I want a particular number. So it is very interesting. That time I had taken up number 36, I remember. And it was a 7-day training. 3rd day down the line, I realized that those rashes had disappeared. Now, this is interesting because Bach Flower not only addresses the emotion, it kind of your suppressed emotions also comes on board. And from thereupon, I realized that I became more open to, because water, that 36 was everything about water violet, which is where people feel that they find it difficult to delegate work. So I started realizing that after the class, and I started implementing them, and the tincture itself also helped me. So it was very interesting. So my journey began with that, and my faith in the Bach Flower remedies kind of increased. And it's very easily available. One does not really need a certificate like this to practice it. And most common name is rescue remedy, which you don't really, which is actually a emergency tincture. It can be given, you can carry it any time. It can be given at any point of time. You're feeling a stomach ache, or I remember giving it to a baby, a crying baby on an aircraft, and immediately it soothed him down. So there are a lot of other experiences with rescue remedy. Plants, gardeners tend to use it a lot. Like when you repot it, you can use walnut with rescue remedy. And because Bach Flower primarily addresses your emotions, and thereupon it changes your thought process, and thereupon changes the physical distress or mental anxiety that you might be feeling. So rescue remedy diffuses the extremities of any emotion that you might be feeling at that moment. And there is another very interesting experience with rescue remedy was that particular young girl had approached. She was very affected by a patch she had at the base of her neck. And though I had not noticed it, and none of them would, anybody else meeting her would not, but she was getting very affected with it. So with rescue remedy, with the Bach Flower remedy, when you counsel a person, one has to be with the person and empower the person, feels empowered, because we work on their specific emotions, and they're very specific to that individual, which does not work for any other person. So coming back to this young girl, the Bach Flower was the tincture was administered and prescribed, and she went about it. This was the 3rd day that she gave a feedback that she dreamt that she was being shot in a mall, and she's a soldier hiding, and she was shot by the opposite camp, and the bullet hit her right where her patch showed. Not that her patch disappeared, but it no longer became her trigger point, and she no longer got affected by it. So idea is to make you more functional and awaken all potentialities within you to lead a very comfortable and a happy life, because happiness is the ultimate. Sir Edward Bach also had brought into awareness 7 stages of healing. The 7 stages of healing that we go through is that of faith, joy, certainty, wisdom, and love. And this brings us into awareness how the person would smoothly transition. And one does not even realize simple discomforts like stomach ache and headache. One would not even know. I remember a young gentleman came back the second day and told me, like, whatever you've given is not working. And we make it a practice to write down whatever symptoms they have initially come up with. When I asked him, how is your headache going? He was really surprised. Like, he was saying, yeah, I don't experience it, because you don't even know it has gone. It is a transition and the changes are so smooth. And because this made him very cranky at work, and he had lost a lot of his clients and even his employees. So, and there are, there are wide areas that you can use Bach Flower. I also combine it with this. Okay, this lady also had come up. She had clutter issues, like, and she was very fond of collecting empty boxes. This was making her very dysfunctional. She was saying it's making her very nervous, makes her feel very heavy at the end of the day. She makes her feel very useless about herself. So on administering certain certain Bach Flower, she and this was interesting that physically she also had this issue of constipation. So few more days down the line, she resolved herself and she became a much more happy person. This was the first time that I had worked with a person with empty boxes, and did not even know that such issues would, it's only when you come across somebody that you realize how these small issues affect us. And we can even work with Vastu kind of issues. I remember working with commercial establishment where their physical stocks won't move. So a few drops of sprinkling of walnut help them help the stocks move, and brought about a lot of economical prosperity. And thereupon the person definitely became was in a much happier state. And yes, that reminds me, I remember speaking to Aarti on this when she mentioned virtual stocks. You can invoke the spirit of that particular Bach Flower and then work on it. Who knows, one will see miraculous results. Working with, they're very sad episodes also, wherein, but it brings a lot of relief to that person at the moment. I remember my friends keep putting their pet to sleep. So she had called up and few drops of walnut in her pet's mouth, and few drops of red chestnut was given to her, wherein the entire few hours of distress went off with peace. So, and we can even, there are ways where Sir Edward Bach actually gave us the background. Later on, Aatmn had they've come up with topical application of Bach Flower, wherein you can mix it with any emollient cream and can apply it on any, and each part of our body corresponds to the specific Bach Flower. Like in Redikall, the knees caps would mean you're resisting change, or you're not too flexible. So application of rock water and walnut respectively to your left or the right knee have seen miraculous results in this. And corns, another lady with painful corns on the sole of her feet found great relief with the application of this Bach Flower remedy. And there is also recently researches are happening where you can you can amalgamate Bach Flower with astrology. In this, we take only 12 Bach Flower and into this, and we take into consideration I have a lot of astrology friends on board, so they would understand, like we take into consideration the ascendant, the Lagna Lord, the Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Saturn. And we come to know what is it that we are, what lessons or brilliance, like we talk in Redikall, is that we have in our situation. Like I have impatience as this, and I tend to talk fast or eat fast. So, and a little more impatient. So this reflects in my chart. So it is in my field of awareness. So whenever I feel little out of balance and not aligned to my purpose of life, which will purpose of life, I do take a drop of this. So that's about it. So Aarti, would you like to put in a word, or would you like to, or others have a question to ask?
Alka, this is so interesting. And I think you mentioned something to me about childbirth. I mean, in terms of, using it with babies and in childbirth for mothers, etc.
Oh, yes. Yes, Aarti. Thank you for reminding me. Now, Star of Bethlehem is a very precious Bach Flower remedy. This addresses our trauma. And it is lot of trauma that each of us individual goes through at childbirth. Not only the trauma of self, even it carries the trauma the mother goes through at that time. So if we administer Star of Bethlehem and walnut to the child, had I known when I was delivering my babies, probably it would have been really nice. And to the mother, if walnut is given, even she goes through a lot of trauma. So walnut and Star of Bethlehem, two of them would be of great help at that time.
Well, that is wonderful. Also, I realize, and I think all of us on the platform who are Redikall students and mentors and facilitators here, that the thoughts, feelings, and emotions that we address with Redikall, and a combination of the Bach Flower remedies that you're talking about, I think it's a beautiful blend of two beautiful processes. And as you said, it brings about relief faster, which is absolutely great. Yeah.
Yes, of course, because Redikall addresses our thoughts, and Bach Flower addresses our emotions. So whenever I give Bach Flower, I always give them a affirmation to work with it, and it has miraculous results. The person not only it works fast. They come up with, believe me, when a client does not come back to you with any kind of, because no news is good news. They really don't come back if the things start working very well with them. So
right.
Grateful to Redikall.
Yes, of course. Those who are watching, if you have any questions, please post it in the chat and I'll read them out one by one to Alka. And if she can give us remedies instantly, which you can buy and apply for yourself with the affirmation, if possible, Redikall affirmation too. So then it would be great. So I have one here from Bhavna Gupta, who says, I'm feeling itching in my back and hands. Can you help me with this?
Actually, Aarti, you'll have to tell me the exact position, and the scope of Bach Flower is very limited. I have to really, it'll take a lot of time to kind of pinpoint the exact location, because like for one of the knees is walnut. So walnut has to correspond also to another particular point on your body.
Right.
Which is on your right side, like a palm down your side of the side from your armpit. So you that kind also this. Okay.
Okay. So Bhavna, the point being that if it is a long-term remedy that you're looking for, perhaps you can contact Alka directly.
Yeah.
And she'll be able to help you out with it along with the Redikall statements.
Yeah, the topical application also correspond with with how you feeling.
Okay.
Because topical is very specific. It's very specific. Probably it has to go with also how you're feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
How I can get the number?
It will be provided.
Yeah, it will be provided.
She's part of the group, and you can see her name and number over there, and we'll provide it for you. Don't worry, Bhavna. It will be in the group. Okay. You're the premium member, or are you part of the Circle of Peaceful Progress. Which
No, I
group
am
are
a member, I think. I don't know, okay, I am because I did the karma healing and now I am doing the Redikall part 2.
Okay. So how did you come here today? You read the
In
posting
the
somewhere?
group only, no?
All right. All right.
I am in
Great.
this group also.
Yeah, fine. So we'll let you know. And then we have someone who's talked about the knees itself. So I think she would have got the answer. Who said, my both knees are paining. Please help me. So, Alka, is there something specific you can tell her?
Yeah. The both knees, one correspond, I'll have to see the exact location. The kneecap, if you refer to only the kneecap, the left knee and the right knee. So we have walnut in one and rock rose on the other. So I'll have to see the exact location, because if it is little size, like I said, these topical applications are very specific and have got very small areas and it corresponds to other areas as well. And we also go with how you're feeling with it. We amalgamate all of it and then tell you which to use it as topical and which to take it orally.
All right. So Munmun, you can contact her. She's part of the group. You'll find her there and you can get in touch with her.
Munmun is part of Redikall fraternity, so she
Yes.
can work with,
Yes.
So she can work with being, I flow with the flow of life.
I will contact you. Okay.
Right.
Yes, please do.
Okay. So we have the next one from Navina, an observation. She's asking, how can Bach Flower be used with Redikall? Because in Redikall, we address emotions also. So I was thinking that, does it not conflict? Don't know if it's an appropriate question. No, it's perfectly fine, Navina. It's a absolutely valid question. So she's wanting to know that in Redikall also we address emotions, and in Bach Flower also we're addressing emotions. So how does it kind of blend and create a better judgment for people? Alka?
Yes, Aarti. Yes, Navina. In Redikall, we work with thoughts also. We primarily work with thoughts. Like I just gave an example, for knees, we have rigidity and flexibility. So we even have that in Bach Flower. Interestingly, all of them fall in line. It's very interesting how it is. Like we are very specific with our affirmations in Redikall, and in Bach Flower also we are very specific with each individual. It is not, you just, except for rescue remedy, we really don't go into a lot of these questioning and immediately give it up, because that is emergency tincture.
Right. All right. So again, Geeta Arora is saying about a spasm on the back of the neck. Geeta, I think for the very specific situations, you might have to contact Alka directly, because that will be a better way of dealing with it. Here, because it's a general platform, we need to understand how it works, right? I hope you understand that. And you can contact Alka directly for that. And then there is Abir Khayami who writes, I bought before willow, yet can't remember why. Shall I use it again, even if there is no reason? She's asking.
First of all, willow is very easy to remember. What does weeping willow remind you of? Weeping willow comes up with a typical thing of why me? So probably when you were going through that situation, we take these Bach Flower remedies till you're feeling okay. So, but now if you're going through that phase, you can use it. Otherwise, it's not required.
Abir, I hope that answers your question.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah. Then we have Sangeeta Sanjay, who says, would love to hear if you have had any experience with treating distress in autistic people. Alka?
Okay. Yes. First of all, if you are a parent of an autistic child, or first of all, you need to take, how you feeling it, you need to take red chestnut. That helps you come to a balanced state of mind, wherein you're too concerned about the welfare of others as in any other family member.
Okay.
And autistic children do respond autistic children do respond very well to these. They're very open to receiving this kind of healing because it's of a very high frequency.
Right. Sangeeta, I hope that helps you.
Yeah, Aarti, in this case, sorry, I'm just interrupting you. We can even remember the number that I had said, like my facilitator, you can ask the child which number. Even if the child is not, is unable to say how he's feeling or how we can even go about doing this. We even have Bach Flower cards. You can ask the child to pick that up and you can give it to him in case he's unable to communicate the same.
So, Sangeeta, it would be a good idea, I think, if you get in touch with Alka directly for this.
Yeah,
I'm
even
sure it would be a big help.
yes, even the astrology bit.
Thank you. Will do. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, then Ruby Khanna says that does it work for sciatica pain? So pain center of the right tailbone till the calf muscle. Does it work for sciatica?
It works for everything. It works for everything and anything except if we first work with emotions.
Right. Of course.
And,
So
yeah.
it will be similar even for psoriasis, right?
Psoriasis. It's interesting. I was working with tinnitus on this. And this was something when I was working with tinnitus and with radical affirmations and Bach Flower and all other modalities that I know. So just, I think it was the third or the fourth day, but I was struggling with this honestly. When the thing came to me, why label it? Who told you it is tinnitus? So this was, I was like brought back to my balanced state of mind and aligned me. Like, why label it? Who told me it was tinnitus? So I worked on the emotions and I worked on with the soul's love, took Bach Flower remedy for it. And the sound is still there, believe me, but it doesn't kind of bother me anymore.
Great. Mamta, you can ask the question directly because I may not read it correctly. You've written right. I think you've written RT. So
yeah. Hi, Alka.
Hi, Mamta.
Amazing to see you. So when you talked about Bach Flower remedy for autistic children, it doesn't require any communication, right?
Because Mamta, for them, I've realized with younger child, they cannot communicate.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So since there is no communication, verbal communication, because communication is a major issue with an autistic child. Okay, so since there is no communication as such, it would be really an interesting thing to work with the mother with Redikall and then the Bach Flower with the mother, in the sense mother parent.
Yeah, the caregiver, whoever comes to you for help.
With who can communicate with Redikall and non-communication wise with Bach Flower, where we can definitely merge Redikall and Bach Flower and can create a platform for autistic children. That's what
It'll be wonderful. Like I told you, they can pick up a card for the child. They can pick up a card. They can say a number.
Yeah.
So we can even play a small. That would be interesting.
Yes, I'm coming to that because you have been talking about number all the time, and I'm really curious about it. So may I ask first the number, and then maybe we can invite 5 people who will raise their hands that they can also ask their question with numbers. Okay, but it has to be 5 people with raised hands, no more. And whoever appears on my list accordingly.
Okay, there is, I just remembered, Aarti, if we have Isha on board.
Okay, yeah, yes. So Isha, are you there? Just can you say yes or no, please? Isha, are you there? No, she's not here.
No, I don't think she's come online. So she had worked with Star of Bethlehem recently.
Okay.
So she had
She's not there. I think she's may have not joined.
Yeah, she probably left. I don't know whether she.
All right, never mind.
Yeah.
So my curiosity, as I said, goes back to the number. So I can say any number that comes to my mind.
Number, say, tell me between 1 to 38.
1 to 38. Oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Okay, 12.
Okay. So you having certain doubt about something or disagreement,
Yes.
a little
Yes.
depressive at the moment.
Oh
When I'm
my
feeling
God.
little low, depressive would be too extreme spectrum, but feeling a little low.
True. Yes, that is there. Wow, I'm getting goosebumps.
Thanks to Bach Flower and Dr.
Okay.
Edward.
Okay. So there is a remedy for that, which I can pick up from a local shop here, or
Of
only
course,
something specific.
you can take Gentian. Gentian,
Okay.
Gentian. You get it on normal homeopathic shops. They are
Okay.
available in tinctures. I would advise take it up as tinctures and
Okay.
add 4 drops of Gentian to a cup full of water.
All right. All
and
right.
take it 4 times a day.
Okay.
Or you could just sip it. Intuitively, you would know. This is really interesting. Dr. Bach, I had shared that he would come up, his symptoms would develop till he came upon another Bach flower.
Right. Right. Thank you so much. I will definitely try it and I'll tell you the results of it. So
Please
I'll
do
go
so.
as it's, and I'm now going to go as it appears on my screen. We have first Sangeeta Sanjay. You'll have to switch on your video, Sangeeta, so that we can have the pleasure of seeing your reactions.
Hi, Sangeeta.
Hi, Alka.
Okay,
So,
number between 1 to 38.
24.
Okay. So, Sangeeta, you having certain guilt feeling?
Always, yes.
You're feeling little guilty today, or for a couple of days you're going through this. So I would.
Yes, I mean, it's mainly, not having understood.
Not.
She was diagnosed just recently and I never knew, right under my nose. So I just feel bad about that.
So take pine.
Pine.
Pine. Pine.
Okay.
That is 4 drops in a cup full of water. Have it, not cup full, you can even have it on 1 tablespoon of water to just finish it off. And you can have it 4 times a day.
Okay.
It really works very well.
Okay.
And I would recommend everybody to keep rescue remedy handy. When you hear a news like this.
Yes, the rescue remedy. We knew about this, a while ago, but my first, it used to help my daughter a little bit, but then, beyond a certain time, she would take it once in a way whenever there was a lot of anxiety or when she's traveling if she had to catch a flight or something. But then now she has so much anxiety, but she says it doesn't do anything. So.
No, then ask her. Or like I told you, that you can ask her to tell you a number, or, you can share her birth chart where we can diagnose what would the, learnings for her would be and bring her to balance with different Bach flowers. That makes it very helpful for children who are unable to communicate. Like Mamta just asked, you can give them rescue remedy without any diagnosis. Anyway, they have no side effect. One is intuitively drawn to it.
Right. Thank you. Okay. So pine and red chestnut.
Red chestnut, yes. For when you're feeling over concerned about others.
Okay. And same, I can take it at the same time, or do I have to stagger?
No, you can take it 7 to 8 remedies that you can take it at one time. So make it 3 or 3.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're most welcome.
Bye.
Thank you, Sangeeta. Next is Navina.
Yeah, hi Alka.
Hi, Navina.
My number is 5.
Okay, Navina. You're feeling you don't trusting yourself. It's like finding your answers, you're dependent on others for opinions, and You're not, you need to trust yourself more because most of your answers are going to come from within. So take Cereto. Cereto, C-E-R-A-T-O.
Cereto. Okay. Okay.
Because it tends, whenever it comes from within, you don't trust your gut feeling. You say, oh God, it's such a foolish thought. It cannot be.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So how many
trust
drops
yourself
of it?
more. 4 drops, 4 times a day.
And then 1 tablespoon water.
Just one, you can, it is like whatever comes intuitively to you, take 1 tablespoon of water, put it up, just gulp it down. But later on, you will realize you find more soothing when you just keep sipping during the day. Before you, others will realize the change in you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot, Alka. Thanks.
Most welcome. Bye.
Okay, next, of course, is Mamta.
Hi.
Hi.
I knew that my number is going to come and suddenly number 28 popped up.
Okay. There is uncertainty, like what to take. 2 options. Ye karu ki ye karu. Unable to decide at the moment. At the moment, this is what you're going through. You are unable to decide, should I be doing this or should I be doing that? Like, do now mein paun hai. So, Scleranthus for you.
What is that? Tell me.
Scleranthus. It is
Spell it.
SCLERA NTHUS.
NTHUH.
THUS. Scleranthus.
HUH. Okay. Let SCLERANTHUH.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. So what do I need to do with this?
Why 4 drops?
Oh, okay. How many times?
4 times a day, or do as you're intuitively guided, Mamta. Like many a time, like you feel, no, now it's enough. Like even if I take it once, it is enough for me. Or sometimes, like I like to sip it throughout the whole day. Like I put 8 drops of a particular tincture into my bottle of water and I keep sipping it. And it's very interesting. Keep a close watch on your dreams. A lot of solutions comes up in dreams when you're working with, especially with Bach Flower. I've understood this.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. So now, thank you so much, Mamta. Next we have on the chat, and because it came up earlier, it's Ambika, and her number is 7. So,
okay.
Ambika, if you can switch on your video, it will be lovely.
Hi.
There you are.
Hi, Alka. Thank you so much. Beautiful information. I've chosen number 7. You know,
So,
I'm a number 7.
So nice to see you. Okay, Ambika, आपके साथ है कि there are repetitive patterns in your life. You keep repeating the same mistake. And there is a lot of resistance even to learn from other people's mistakes and experiences. You are kind of you're resisting that part of yourself. Like you do not want to learn from other people's experiences. Is that so, Ambika?
Repetitive patterns, yes, but
mistakes also. Same mistakes being repeated.
But I cannot resonate with the second part where I not open to learn from others.
No, not open to learn from other people's mistakes. Like you feel कि मैं जब mistake करूँगी तब सीखूंगी.
I've always been open to learning and exploring.
Yeah, you're open to learning, but आप देखना. Just keep a watch. Probably same patterns in you. Like probably something at the moment has come up where you need to observe other people's उनके साथ क्या हो रहा है. When they're doing the same experience and they are facing the same kind of a particular set of say results. So learn from their mistakes.
Okay, since I've started doing Redikall, I have shifted the entire focus on myself. So observing outside has been totally cut off. I realized that I come back to the point where you say that only when it happens to me, I learn from it.
But आपको वो
that I can relate to working in my space for in a way healing others.
Could be. Like आपने वो कहानी सुनी है? I would, if time allows, I'll share with. There's a very interesting story. There is एक आदमी जा रहा था, and he said, "Bhagwan, today you are going to save me." So there was this elephant पे एक हाथी था, उस पे महौत बैठा हुआ था, and this person was walking in front, and the mahot keeps saying that सामने से हट जाओ, सामने से हटो. So he did not move, and apparently he got hurt. So he told God, like, you're in every being. Why you were in an elephant? Why did you hurt me? He said, I was in the mahot also. Why didn't you listen to me? So it's an interesting perspective. Probably at the moment you need to hear this, Ambika. So
thank you.
So which number was it? I've forgotten.
7.
7. That was chestnut bud. It's chestnut bud.
Thank you, Alka.
Most welcome.
Okay, thank you, Ambika. The next person here is Abir Khayami. Abir, can you have your video on, please?
Yes. So my number is 21.
Okay, Abir. That is, you are kind of, you're in a kind of swaying, like getting it, not getting it, getting it, not getting it, feeling high, feeling low.
Yes.
Is it?
Well, feeling high more than feeling low, but the first part, yes.
Yeah, it is like I gave you an example. Like
yes, exactly.
It's like this.
Seesaw.
It's like a seesaw. Like, you feel, okay, it's done. The next moment, no, it's not done. Or, it shows up at symptoms in your body, as in your head is paining, then it's not paining. You feel, okay, it's paining now. Now you feel, no, it's not paining anymore. It's like this.
Yeah.
So for you, it's mustard.
Mustard. Okay. And it is, I guess, it is about not trusting 100% that it is okay.
Yes, to some extent.
Okay. Perfect. So mustard.
Mustard.
Thank you so much.
Mustard.
Okay, I'll have last 2 people coming up. This is Ruby Khanna, and then it'll be Poonam Verma. Yeah.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello,
ma'am.
Hi, Ruby.
Hello, Aarti, ma'am.
Hello.
The number that comes to me intuitively is number 2.
Number 2 is lot of vague fears, apprehension. You said number 2.
That's right.
Yeah. So a lot of vague fears are coming up in your space recently. You're apprehensive of something not happening. You feel you fear something uncertainty in happening. Something good is not going to happen.
Yes, kind of.
So there are a lot of vague fears in your space just now.
Yes, ma'am.
And nightmares?
No, not exactly nightmares, but vague fears, yes.
So for you, it is Aspen, ASPEN.
Okay.
And when we go through this, we come up with a lot of, because a lot of these things get released in dreams. So we come up with a lot of nightmares.
Oh, rather, my thing is opposite. I'm getting good things in my dreams.
So
things
what are
which
you
are not
fearing?
happening currently are happening in the dreams.
Okay, so you're fearing certain, like if I think something good, something bad will happen to me.
Yeah, and some X thing which I want to happen, that's happening in my dream.
Yeah, so then you fear that if something good happens, bad is going to follow.
Not exactly, but like I'm working on it, and I get the dream that that's happening, and that's already happened.
Okay.
Abhi tak, I was not getting that dream, even a tinge of it, 1%.
What? I didn't get it. You're not getting 1% off?
Abhi tak, there was no clue in the dreams, since last 1.5 years or maybe 2 years. But now I'm getting those dreams. They started coming.
That it's happening.
That it's
See,
happening.
we
yeah.
always dream. It's only that we forget when we wake up. So it is interesting when immediately when you get up and you start writing and maintain a dream journal, it really is helpful.
Okay.
Because the more we flex the muscles, the particular muscles strengthen. So if you're working with Redikall,
Yes, I am.
you can decode the dream also.
Okay. Okay.
So work with Aspen, it will help you, because a lot of people work with belief that if something good happens, bad is going to come in.
Yeah,
Nazar na lage. This very thing. हम लोग हमेशा बोलते हैं knock wood. Why do we knock wood?
Nazar na
Yeah, keep fear. Ki bhai, let's not talk about it. Nahi to something bad is going to come up.
And the best way is like you told, put 8 drops in the water and sip it during the day.
Yeah, whatever comes to you. Yes, if it comes to you like this, do that.
Fair enough. Right. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruby. And
thank you,
then we have Poonam. Poonam Verma, can you switch on your video, please?
Yeah, hello.
Hi, Poonam.
Hi.
Yeah.
37.
Okay, Poonam. That is very resigned to whatever's happening. हो रहा है, होने दो, चलने दो, laid back, हो रहा है.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
So
Yes.
like in Redikall, we say this, agar ye karo, then a lot of conspiracy happens from the universe. Like, you get a kick in the butt to move. So why not move with inspiration, and you have wild rose.
Wild rose, okay.
Yeah, have that. You see miraculous changes. Like you'll start moving with inspiration.
Yeah, thank you so much. Wild rose, okay. And whatever comes, like either sip during the day or 4 drops.
Yeah, 4 drops in a tablespoon of water. Many people have it in cup full of water. We even get pills, ready-made pills. But we always, I would say, go with tinctures. Because they have certain percentage of alcohol and they tend to evaporate. So you get it in, I forgot to show this. So you get it in 5 ml and 10 ml of bottles like this, which you can pick it up from any homeopathic shops.
Okay.
You can buy it online, but homeopathic, I think it's way cheaper on homeopathic shops.
Okay.
Madam, me Moon.
Yeah, Moon, yeah, I saw your hand. And that's the last one.
So that was just that was wild rose, no? Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Poonam.
22.
Okay. Last one, Moon.
22.
22. You feel you're doing lot of effort, yet you feel lot of setback. I'm putting in so much of effort, yet I get a setback. Is it?
Correct. Correct. 100% correct.
So, so you need to take oak. Oak. O-A-K. Oak. And you need to rest because they feel that, nothing is impossible. So you keep on working like an oak tree.
Yes. I have to do.
Try this. Like we talk in Redikall, you have to be in a state of surrender.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Most welcome, Munmun.
Yes. Thank you all.
Alka, that has been a very, very refreshing session actually today. I think the Bach Flower fragrance has reached all of us and we're feeling refreshed. So thank you so much for this wonderful session. And I'm sure all of us have benefited from it. And those who have asked for it will go and buy it and apply it on themselves and maybe Any other questions that you have later coming up in your mind, you can always get in touch with Alka, and she's part of the Redikall fraternity. So that should not be difficult for all of us, right? So thank you, Alka. Thank you very much. And have a great evening, all of you. I will be opening up, as you know, the page for 10 minutes. Please do give your feedback, because as I said earlier, it's important that we keep getting the best for you and bring on the best for you on this platform, right? So thank you, Alka. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Aarti.
Thank you. All of you have a great evening. Good night. Bye-bye.